Blog Talk Radio.
Wow. I can't believe how many of you guys showed up. I got here about, maybe 15 minutes ago, maybe 20 minutes ago, and I fired up the broadcast, right? I had to fire up the platform and connect the internet to my computer so I can broadcast on the radio today. And lo and behold, there was already like a half a dozen of you who had gotten here ahead of me, waiting to get in. I'm wondering, do you guys have questions or comments? You guys, is it like you just want to get your question answered so you can get back to whatever it is that's going on in your world? Is that why you're here so early? We're going to find out in a minute. I'm going to get to you, 5649-0409-8094. You guys have been so patient. You've been here for quite a while. Or maybe it's just the 3 points. Swoosh. You know, this is a 3-point play. Just like in basketball, you shoot that long jump shot from the arc. It's worth 3 points. You show up here, you listen to the radio broadcast, and swoosh, it's 3 points. You get 3 points towards the $20,000 Halloween giveaway. And this week, we're giving away some prizes. I'm pretty sure it's midnight on Wednesday that the first window closes. So later in the week, we're going to be giving away some really cool things, right? If you're wondering what we're giving away this week, you can go into your member back office and check out the Halloween contest, right? If you're brand new, you just got started, since last Wednesday, and there have been hundreds of you guys, make sure that you're paying attention to the Halloween contest because you watch the videos, you get yourself started, you show up for the radio show, you buy some traffic. All of these things are going to get you some points. And it's not just the top people who are going to be getting the prizes, right? There's going to be a drawing. There's all kinds of cool things. Check out the contest rules in the Halloween contest section of your member back office. Now, before I get any further, I'm already in here for like 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Can you believe it? I just want to welcome everybody. You're listening this morning to the Traffic Report. It is Monday morning. We do meet here every single day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The goal is just to give a little inspiration, some motivation, and then hear from all people who have stuff they want to share. Going to get to you in a minute. Already got over 10 people in the queue. Stand by. We'll be getting to you in a minute. Before I do, though, I just have to comment. I got to make a quick comment. Yesterday afternoon, it was morning, actually. I live out on the West Coast, right? I live in Arizona. In Arizona, soon it's going to be the Mountain Standard Time Zone on November 1st. But for now, it's the Pacific Time Zone. So it's a 3-hour difference, right? It's only 8:03 in the morning right now. It's 11:03 in the morning in New York City on the Eastern Standard Time. So, I'm really struggling to let go of my traffic authority engagement, right? I just love you guys so much. I love what's going on here so much. So yesterday, when we did a call on Saturday, did you guys listen to the Visionary Founders call on Saturday? It was really cool. Got a lot of good reviews on Facebook. People loved hearing from the boys. A nice, authentic conversation. Greg was very revealing, right? Greg was letting us know some things about himself, about his last 30 days of his life. It was really cool to hear somebody being so transparent with us, right? So make sure that you check that out. So I worked on Saturday, and then I got up early in the morning, and I was given a little bit of a mission, a couple things I had to do for the team, some things behind the scenes. So it was like I never really got to disconnect and unplug probably since August. I haven't been able to unplug, just going like crazy, right? But I want to tell you that, so yesterday I'm thinking, it's Sunday. It's the Sabbath, right? I mean, that's one of the 10 Commandments is honor that seventh day, that day of just connecting with the reasons that you do things and with your family and connecting with your faith and all that stuff, right? And so yesterday I was like, it's Sunday. I think I'll sleep in. I actually did sleep in an extra hour. And I got up and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to relax. And I did my reading. I did my meditation. I flipped on the TV and it was the NFL, the National Football League, right? I'm a football guy. I talk about it all the time. I'm from a sports family from the south side of Chicago. The Bears, the Bulls, right? I'm one of those guys, right? So I flip on the football game and I'm like, wow, this isn't that exciting. The Cardinals are sucking right now. The Bears are losing again. This isn't really any fun. So I go over to my computer and I go to Facebook and I actually put a little thing in there. I said, tired of football, or maybe the halftime show sucks. I put something in there and I said, or maybe you just want to get some points. Maybe you would just like some points, because you get points. Every time you take an action step, you get points. Do the thing. What's the thing? Well, we're going to go over the thing in a minute, but when you do the thing, you get the points. So I must say that I put this question, I posed this question in Facebook yesterday on the Facebook page, and I put a link. I said, here's an invite, and I made just a couple edits to the link. And the link to the invite was for the webinar that we did last Thursday, which apparently has really, really done well. People have been using that webinar, and they're making sales like crazy. They really are. And so I made a couple alterations to the link. And all you got to do is cut and paste, right? All you have to do, you can copy and paste out of Google Docs. Yes, you can. You'll figure out how to do it. And then you can cut and you can paste, and you can paste that email invitation into your email client. And then you can make a couple adjustments, right? You can insert your own hyperlink, right? You got to make sure that you put your username in the link, and you know what I'm talking about. But so it was amazing, the response. Still this morning, people are responding to that, are you tired of football? And people wanting to get that thing going, right, and send out that link. But then yesterday, someone on Facebook says, well, I'm waiting for you to open up the Google Doc so that I can edit it. And that's right. You guys know how Google Docs work. You can open up a Google Doc, and anybody who has access can edit it. Well, I did that, and I kind of made a mistake. Because the next thing you know, my own Google email account is getting hammered with people who are editing this document. So I'm like, whoa, something's going on. I better go take a look. So I go and I open up the Google document, the one that was written by Darren, the guy who writes the killer crushing emails for us. I opened up the Google Doc, and it looked nothing like the Google Doc. And I looked, and it was like 20 people have edited this thing. It's not even close to what Darren recommends that we send. Not even, and I'm like, well, this is cool. This is entrepreneurs. All the entrepreneurs believe they know better. This is what we do. This is who we are. So that's okay. I'm not fighting over that. I'm just making a comment at how interesting that was. So I had to go back in there and lock down the Google Doc. I had to take it back to its original form and lock it down. And then this morning I made a couple of adjustments, right? Somebody was making a comment or two. I made a couple adjustments having to do with, referencing yesterday, referencing, a time and a date, because this is stuff that's no longer relevant. But I found it so interesting that people were so eager to make wholesale changes. Wholesale changes. I honor those changes. And I'm trusting that you're going to get results. But so many people are sending out your email now, right? Because I made a mistake. It was a faux pas unlocking that document. It was crazy, though, to see how creative people are. And I honor that creativity. And if you find something that works, come out here and share it with the whole family, with the whole group. But people, I guess, are tired of their football because they were sending emails out yesterday like crazy, inviting people to that webinar that still sits there, the one from last Thursday. That webinar is still there. It's playing right now. Just because it was last Thursday doesn't mean it's not relevant. It means it's very relevant. It's very, very relevant, and it's converting right now. And somebody else, I think it's Mark Goldenberg, thank you very much, said, you know what, I have access to the premium links. And maybe you did. It might have been for a very short time. I know that has been adjusted. I know that correction has been made there. If any of you guys are really serious, if you've yet to make that decision to move to premium, move to premium. Okay, get yourself a premium upgrade, and you have access to the sharpshooters, right, like American Sniper. Hope I don't offend anybody with that reference, but this is really, really sharpshooting. There's an unfair advantage available to those of you who do make the move to premium, because there's some very high-tech tools that have been created by, well, right now Vincent is in there, and we've got a couple other people we're going to be adding in there very soon in that premium area to give you some really, really focused tools. And you know what, yesterday, I was sitting around here yesterday, and I had a hankering for a pizza. right? I had a hankering for a pizza. So I called up my local pizza joint and I went to pick up the pizza, and it was $20.50. $20.50 for a small pizza. And I started thinking about that, like, whoa, that's a reseller license. And the pizza I wolfed it down. I hadn't had one in a while, so my $20 pizza, I think I have 4 slices in the refrigerator for today. That will be my lunch. But I mean, that $20 pizza was gone so quickly, it was amazing. It was amazing. That's not even including the beverage that I had with my pizza. And I'm thinking about, I'm looking on Facebook, and some people are still wrestling with that, all in, what does it cost and what is an upgrade? And, the reseller is $20 and they're struggling with a $50 upgrade. Hey, man, I'm telling you right now, there are so many things that we can do in the short term to reappropriate money we're spending right now in our lives to get ourselves into position to get these tools, because the ultimate goal here is hitting that 6-figure lifestyle. The ultimate goal is not making adjustments and cutting back on your budget so you can be all in. The ultimate goal is making more money, making way more money, so it's never a problem. You never look at the right side of the menu. You go into a restaurant, do you find yourself looking at the right side or the left side? On the right side, that's where they have the prices. That's where they have the prices of the food. Do you find yourself looking at the right side of the menu to see what it's going to cost you? Well, that's cool right now because you're building your business, you're building your brand, you're building your traffic authority business. But the goal here is to get you focusing on the left side. Only what do you want in life? Only what do you want in a restaurant? Only what do you want for your kids, not whether or not you can afford it. Because there's so much money, there's so much prosperity, there's so much abundance in the world. It's absolutely crazy. All right. I'm 11 minutes in. Give me a couple more. There's a whole bunch of you guys in the queue. I don't know if you just want to share your enthusiasm, or you just can't wait to get out of here. You're just tired of listening to the Joe already. But let me just go over something for you. Another thing that I sent out this morning early and posted it on Facebook as well is a link to the daily marketing plan. Now, I know that many of you, myself included, we look at that thing and we say, oh, okay, yeah, I saw that. I've already seen the daily marketing plan, Joe. I've already seen it. You're seeing it every single morning. We're sending it every day. We're placing it on Facebook every single day. But are you really, really looking at it? Are you really focusing in on the daily marketing plan, the one for October? Okay, here's what I highlighted this, and I'm going to share this with you right now, okay? Here's something that I picked up today on the daily marketing plan that is going to bring you towards that place of never looking at the right side of the menu, never wondering whether $200 a month, $50 a week, $50 a week to have a multi-million-dollar enterprise and a platform working for you 24/7. Okay, there are some things that you really have to focus on here. And one of them right here, reaching your goal. If you listen to Greg Chambers, he talked about recommitting to his goals. As a matter of fact, I was on with Greg Chambers this morning on Skype talking about this very thing. You wonder what the owner and the founder of a company like Traffic Authority talks about behind the scenes? Goal setting, right? There's a reason that these people who are having massive results are having those results, because they're dialed into some basic things that most people overlook. Okay, you set a goal. Here's the plan for reaching the goal. And this is right off the daily marketing plan. I'm going to read this to you. Make sure you have at least 10 quality conversations per day. If you're wondering what a quality conversation is, just remember that your mission is to truly engage people. Do not just plaster your link all over the place and expect extraordinary results. Add a personal touch whenever possible. Talk to people on the phone if needed, or chat with them, and be sure to ask the right questions. This is the most effective thing that you can do if you want to guarantee you'll get a certain amount of signups each and every day. Whether you're new or experienced online business owner, many take this for granted, but I've seen people get 2 to 5 signups per day just by emailing their personal contacts or chatting with people on Facebook, then sending them to their website. Here you go. You ready for this? Use the Facebook private message scripts that are provided to you inside the Resource Center, and don't be afraid to ask people questions. Get them to dig deeply. Ask them what their goals are. Also ask them what they want if they're ready to start getting to work to hit those goals. Then get them started promoting their new businesses by following these daily marketing plans just like you are. The more you work with your team personally, the more money you will make because you will have committed people on your team who have already started building their businesses. Dudes, this is right out of the daily marketing plan. Number 1, connect with your personal contacts. Number 2, purchase a traffic package for yourself. Number 3, contact any leaders you know in the industry. Number 4, share a new testimonial video, and boom shakalaka, you get points for that. Send broadcast emails to your list. Create a Facebook event promotion. I mean, this is simple. Follow up with your Facebook prospects. Contact your. It's all right here. You know, I get on the Facebook page, and I will say this, right? And I'm gonna move here quickly. We'll get to some of you folks who want to share some of your stories, man, some of your enthusiasm. But you know, sometimes I get on the Facebook page, and because I monitor, I'm one of the many monitors on the Facebook page, and sometimes I see people who are just kibitzing, right? They're talking about things that never really matter. You know, people are in there, they're talking about their e-wallet, and they've never yet made a commission. And they're talking about, you know, Facebook, and they don't even have a page. And they're talking about all these things, and it doesn't really matter, you know. And I say this, I want you to understand. You know, you have to do the thing if you're going to get the result. I know there are many people right here, right now, who are hanging around the radio show, and it's like, thank God the thing is 2 hours long, because that's 2 hours that I don't have to go and do the thing. Right? I understand. So what I'm going to commit you guys to do, what I'm going to ask you to commit to, is as we spend time on our radio show every single day, while you're sitting here listening, take the advice of Kara in Texas. Last Friday, she said that when I'm on the radio show listening to you, Joe, and listening to the people and listening to the testimonials, it is in those moments that I'm posting on Facebook, and I'm sending an email to my list, and I'm scheduling a Facebook event. It is in those moments while I'm listening to the radio show that in the background, while I'm on hold, the other day, this morning, I saw a guy on Facebook. He said, "Oh, I want to ask Joe a question, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and he never gets to me, so I give up." And I'm like, if you saw my response, I said, "Hey, well, what's the saying? Winners never quit, and quitters never win. So what you hanging up for, dude?" And he said, and I also said to him, well, maybe you should call in a little bit earlier, and then you don't have to wait around to hear your name be called. And so we're going to get to those guys who called in early in just a minute. The last thing before I do is just do the thing, okay? Just do that thing. Check your email. We're going to be sending you much more email with more regularity, with more duties for you to do. Go and make sure that you are checking in every single day on that daily marketing plan. Read it, and read it again, and do the things that it says to do in there. Again, over the weekend, I saw another Facebook post. A guy had made $100 and some. I can't remember what the exact amount was, but there was a guy who said, "You know what, Vincent Ortega, thank you. I followed the system exactly. And now look at the money that I've made in my first week or two." If you remember way back at the beginning when we started featuring Vincent Ortega Jr., because he came out of nowhere, he just showed up. I remember one of the very first webinars he ever did, and at this time it was early on, right? He had made maybe $10,000 in his first week. And I remember on his webinar, he said, "Okay, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I have done. And what he did was exactly the steps that you will find in the Fast Start training in your member back office. It was killer because on the webinar, he goes, "Okay, here's what I did." He says, "Now I already have a list. I have a list, okay? And every one of you can have a list if you buy some traffic. That's how you build the list, is you buy traffic. And then you can also do things like Twitter, and you can do things like Facebook. You already have a list, whether you know it or not. It's called your own email client. You already have a list. You know, your list, here's your list. It's the contacts in your cell phone. You already have a list if you're just getting started. Believe it or not, all of us have a list. But what Vincent did is he said, okay, what I'm going to do is exactly what the company tells me to do. And that's all he did. He didn't worry about e-wallet. He didn't worry about downlines. He didn't worry about anything. All he did was what he was told to do. And boom shakalaka, the guy's he's over $200,000 in the last 8 weeks because he did exactly what is required to have the result. Do the thing, man. That's all there is to it. All right. My 20 minutes are up. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say the last 4 digits of your telephone number, And when I do, I want you to come out, state your first name, the city, the state, the country that you're calling in from, and then just let her rip. Let us know what's going on. If you have a question, a technical question, we're going to ask you to send it into the support desk. I know right now there are two brand new, I want to say congratulations and welcome to Jody and Carmen. They're in fast start training right now in the support desk. So if you have a question, technical, send it into support. If it's extreme, if you're one of these nervous Nellies who doesn't know how to simmer down, then you can give me your question and we'll see if we can get it answered for you this morning. But the support desk is way up to speed right now. So we want to keep it good. We want to keep it fast. Again, if you're listening right now, by the way, at radioleverage.com, I invite you to pick up the telephone, dial 914-338-0631. That's the dial-in number. A whole bunch of you guys have dialed in. There's over 100 of you here. 914-338-0631 if you're listening online. Now, when you dial in, you have to press 1 on the keypad of your telephone. You're not automatically in the queue to speak unless you press 1 on the keypad of your telephone. Press 1. And be paying attention. Because if I say the last 4 digits of your phone number and I bring you off mute and you're not there, and I'm going, hello, hello, and I'm playing, I'm saying hello. If you're not there, boom, you are gone. Because we have so many people we have to get to this morning. So I want you to just pay attention, okay? And in the meantime, be posting on Facebook, be sending emails, be scheduling stuff. Let's just make it happen. 5649, you've been here for 36 minutes. Come on out here. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. This is Bert from Canyon Lake, California.
Bert, bright and early. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I just wanted to check in. I don't have a question, but I just wanted to check in and get my cup of Joe.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm just going to listen for more pearls of wisdom. But for the first 20 minutes, I just love listening to you, Joe. You are so inspirational, and you definitely have definiteness of purpose. And I'm just going to listen. So God bless you, and virtual kiss and hug. So for Carly Rose.
Thank you very much, Bert. It's good to hear you, man. I love, and Bert's here bright and early today. Lately, Bert, you've been later in the queue, and I know you're in. I don't know if you're still in San Diego or not, but let's move to 0409. Good morning.
Oh shit, that's not cool. Hello.
Hello, 0409. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Jason from New York.
Jason, how are you this morning in New York?
I'm cool, man. Thank you. I'm welcome to join the traffic authority, and I had a few questions. You know, I've been listening, and I've been marketing on my own, and you know, I'm getting some help from Carlos also. He's always calling in. I know he knows that. Traffic authority is really good. I love the system. I just have a few questions, like I said, about it. Number one is that I couldn't find a backlink or, you know, a promo code for customers that can't start with the $47. Like for the reseller license, I was looking for that. Also, on my second week, I made my first sale, but I can't, you know, I'm very happy, and I can't be able to find it though.
Okay, well, listen, I want to say, Jason, thank you very much for calling in, and welcome. Congratulations. You made a great decision to be here, working with Carlos. Okay, as far as a promo code for the reseller agreement only, I'm not sure we even have one, because $47 is only $47. Now, the reseller code, I think people can get started for $20. You know, I'm going to ask somebody where to find a link for the reseller code. I feel ashamed that that I wouldn't know. Hold on a second here. Is there a link for the reseller code only? There has to be one.
I looked all over the place. I haven't seen any.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna move on. Thank you very much, Jason. I'm gonna move on, and when I have that answer for you, here's what I would recommend that you do: is you go through, make sure that you go through every single training video that's back there, every single one. Every single training video that's back there, make sure that you go through it. And yes, there's going to be a reseller code for the $20 only. Please forgive me, you guys, because I think in terms of Diamond, right? You know, you have to forgive me. Please forgive me because I know we're here to serve every single person, but my mindset is Diamond. My mindset is like, really, this is a $200 a month. This is $197 a month. Carl's not aware of it either. See, this is really like $50 a week. That's where my mind is, and that's where my conversations are. Thank you, Carl. Carl says, don't feel bad. All right, listen, let's move it along to 8094. You're next up. But Jason in New York, thank you very much, and welcome to our team. Welcome to our Ninja team. 8094, you're next.
Hey, good morning. It's Dennis here from Las Vegas, Nevada. How are you?
I'm great, Dennis. How are you?
I'm great. I did my thing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So,
congratulations.
I do my thing every day.
Awesome.
I have a very sweet customer of mine, and she is. I think she has signed up for several accounts and has canceled them. Mm-hmm. She's not currently in my downline. I've talked to her every day for the last 2 weeks. In fact, I walked her through the sign-up process. And I've had a support ticket in for 11 days now. And she's getting...
All right, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Okay. I don't even... who cares why she canceled a bunch of accounts and why? Right now, what is the support ticket that you sent in? What is it specifically you're looking for today? What is the name of the individual? Well, tell me first what your issue is so that I can send it directly into support for you.
Well, she wants to be on my team.
Okay, hold on. Was she on someone else's team and she wants to move?
Yeah, she's been on several other people's teams, I think.
Okay, well, this is probably a problem, okay, Dennis, because, people who just want to jump around, and I will say this with all respect, if you watch the email training that we have in the back office that Darren provided, there's a webinar that you can actually see. In the webinar, he says that 80% of your people are never going to do anything with you. And I'm thinking, with all respect, Dennis, that this person, if you go through all of this hoops and you're jumping through all of these flaming hoops, this person signs up with you, it's only a matter of time until she goes somewhere else. We honor, somebody eventually brought her here. Somebody originally brought her here. And that individual spent time and resources and money to bring her here. And now she's unhappy for whatever reason. She's jumping. I would say that she's probably caught in a trap somewhere because, you can't be cancel, re-sign up, cancel, re-sign up. Every time she cancels, it causes a problem in the system. The credit card processors, it's like, really? And you said that she was a sweet customer. Give me her name, and we'll see if we can fix this for you one more time. But buyer beware, right? I'm thinking she's in that 80% that never does anything, bro.
I completely agree with you, and I remember watching that training with Darren. And I really don't. I don't really care if she's on my team or not. But she's ready to buy traffic, and and she can't access.
Right. Okay.
She can't access the training.
Correct.
Her name is Diane.
Okay.
Yeah, she has multiple accounts. I don't think she has her correct account that she's paid for. I think she's paid for two different accounts.
Okay, well this is a nightmare. I know it's Halloween, but this is a nightmare, right?
It is.
And she understands that traffic is non-refundable, right? So when she buys traffic, she buys the traffic. She can't cancel, move. So what do you want me to do?
I have pleaded with her to wait to purchase traffic until we get her account straightened out.
Well, I'm at a loss. What we're going to do is we're going to get you into the support desk as quickly as we can to see if we can get this straightened out. But it sounds to me like you got a real nightmare on your hands. What is her last name? Give me her name is Diane. What's her last name?
It's Fourtot, Fourtot.
Okay, sent it in. Thank you very much.
Great.
Good luck.
You're awesome.
Good luck. And thank you very much, Dennis. I hope my goal is to just be honest and truthful with you. Okay, but this sounds like one of those 80% who's just going to give you a headache, man. 9190, you're next up.
Hey, this is Earl Teets out of Troy, Montana, and oh man, am I excited about what we have here at Traffic Authority. And as a mountain boy that's been in this industry a long time, my forte was always face-to-face belly to belly. So that was my strong suit. I was able to create 5-figure incomes in 2 different companies doing so. But what I did not know is how to use the internet. It was something new to me. And I had a good experience when I was 21 years old. I got a roommate that was 46. It was an ex-professional rugby player out of Europe. And it was really cool to be 21 years old and have a roommate like that at 46 that liked to party his rear end off. And I couldn't understand how he did it because he partied really hard. And one day I asked him, I says, you know, I don't know how you pull straight A's in school and party till 3 in the morning, come home and urinate in a closet because you can't even find the bathroom, but you still pull these grades. And he says, it's simple, Earl. It's daily actions to profits. He says, it's no different. He says, I know what my agenda is. I got class. I got to study. I got to write notes out of what I read and study. I put it together. I get my assignments done. And now that I got my details done, I can go out and play. He said, the reason that I succeed, Earl, is because I learned when I was a professional rugby player. There is no such thing as winning without enduring pain. Pain is mandatory. Suffering is optional. So I never forgot that, Joe. And I look at this as a mountain boy, and I see we're looking at success, or I should say mountain men, and we're going from the bottom of the mountain to the top of the mountain is that success. You get into Traffic Authority, you spend the $144, then you purchase your traffic pack, and then you upgrade to that funnel. You're in it over $200, and you're still at the bottom of the hill. You still got to go to the top of the mountain. There's still going to be places where you're going to get sore legs. There's still going to be places you might come across a poisonous snake or a wild animal. But when you got the people that have already been to the top that are teaching us, we don't have to worry about the wild animal or the poisonous snakes. But we do have to realize there's going to be times our legs are going to get sore climbing to the top of that mountain. And we just deal with it. We just move forward. We look at that daily marketing plan, and as long as we finish everything in that daily marketing plan on a daily basis, yes, we're going to get sore legs. Yes, we're going to run into things that get frustrated. But if we honor that daily marketing plan each and every day, you'll see yourself do this for one full work quarter, and what you will accomplish is you'll accomplish more in that one work quarter than most people will in 5 years of working a regular job. Why? Because you had the endurance to realize that pain is mandatory, suffering is optional. Was I upset when I signed up for Traffic Authority and signed up 2 people and one person's information didn't even make it to the computer? It refused their credit card. They got paranoid. They wouldn't re-sign up. They wouldn't let the card get charged again, and they quit. Well, that's their loss. That's not Traffic Authority's fault that they had no vision and they expected something for nothing like the 80% will. But when you pay attention to those daily habits and you put the actions forward where they're supposed to be, you're going to get some of those people that want something for nothing that'll come in and be gone. But what you will find if you stay consistent and you keep doing the right daily habits is you're going to see people that are seeing you get results. They're going to want what you have, and the law of attraction is going to fill your pipeline up with people that are ready to work for a living instead of expect it handed to them on a silver platter. Hopefully I've made a good point today. I don't mean to stand on a soapbox. I'm just thrilled. And, you know, I was a Chicago Bears fan in '86. And my favorite player was Walter Payton, and I learned a lot from that man. I got to meet him in person when I was only 12 years old. He's my hero. But I am a Seahawks fan. The old Bears are gone, man. God bless you. Thanks for being here, Joe.
And thank you very much. The Mountain Man checking in, and I got to tell you, I was just doing a little bit of research this morning, and I came across something, and this is very relevant to what you just said, Earl, about champions. And Muhammad Ali said champions are not made in the gym. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them, a desire, a dream, a vision. They have the skill and the will, but the will must be stronger than the skill. Now, you're going to learn the thing. You're going to learn the skill if you just stay here, if you just plug in, right? If you just do things like we are talking about here, if you just go through the daily marketing plan, show up, do the thing, that's skill. Acquire the skill. We're going to show you exactly what you have to do in order to have results. But do you have the will? Now, I'm going to have to say something right here, okay? I'm going to have to say something right here. Unless you've dialed back in, Dennis, the guy who called in from Las Vegas, he's already hung up. And I have an answer for him, okay? I have an answer for him on this issue with this woman who wants to sign up with him. I have the answer right now. It's come to me live in real time, but the guy, he hung up the phone. He hasn't stuck around. What does that tell you, man? Does that guy have the will? 0271, you're next up. And I don't mean to beat on people, but, it's Monday morning. So I'm going to beat on some people. 0271, you're next up. Come on out here.
Hi, my name's Irene. I'm calling from Southern California.
Good morning, Irene. How are you?
I'm great. This is my first time calling. I've been listening, learning. I didn't know enough to ask questions, just listening and learning. I was having some challenges, and I had reached out to my sponsor who's not engaging at all, but you did put me in touch with someone who is now helping me. And one of the things that we discovered is that in my in my traffic, where I had purchased traffic, it still shows being in the link is in review. Yeah, and it's been since September the 10th, and my credit card was charged on August 29th. Now, I did send in a ticket, and he was asking me, did I get a confirmation respond, which I didn't. I didn't know if I was supposed to. So I'm just, waiting now to see what's going to happen, but I didn't know, if
okay, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable on our side, on the traffic authority side, if you've been waiting that long. Irene, what is your username, and I'll get this handled for you right now. We'll get to the bottom of it.
MJ051327.
MJ as in Michael Jackson, as in Michael Jordan. MJ05, is that 05?
No,
is that
0.
051327.
Correct. I am a 76-year-old great-grandmother, and my great-grandson, 5 years old, probably has more technical skills than I do, but I'm learning.
Okay, let me get this in right now. 76 years young. That's amazing. Okay, 70. This is amazing. 76. I honor you. I honor you for coming in here and learning a new skill set. And the great grandson, you're going to need a new skill set, right, to keep up with these kids.
Exactly.
It's really it's good to hear from you, Irene. And I'm sending this in right now to the person who can handle this issue for you, and we'll get you straightened away. Pending link review since what you said, September? Okay,
September
great.
10th.
Okay, thank you very much. I got somebody on this right now, okay? The person who can make this happen is listening right now. I'll get back to you with an answer, Irene, as soon as I hear something, okay?
So I don't need to stay on the line, correct?
No, you can, unless you want to hear some really cool stuff from a bunch of people. Maybe just
I'm gonna still listen, but I don't need to stay in the queue.
That's correct. You can log in. You'd have to stay in the queue, but listen online because I'm going to get you some information, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much. Irene in Southern California, 76 years young. Every once in a while, something does fall through the cracks. We'll admit that. We've had so much growth. We got thousands of people. That's not an excuse, though. Let's see. I don't have her last name. Well, here is her. Let's see. User name is ready. It is MJO. Let's see. Sorry, you guys. All right, we'll keep it moving here. We have, who's next up in the queue? Is that 0427? Who's that?
Hello.
Is that you? Hello? Hello?
Yes, this is Alexis.
Who's
Alexis
this? I'm sorry. Hey, Alexis, how are you today?
Pretty good. Calling in from Texas.
Awesome.
I'm doing awesome. I did join you over the weekend, got some good information on the webinar on Saturday. That was great.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for being here for us. And I just have 3 questions today.
Oh, boy. All right, here we go. I'm ready.
The first one, I guess it's pretty simple for you to answer, but I would like to know, how would you best describe what we do at Traffic Authority? Would it be like MLM or internet marketing, network marketing? What's the best name
to
describe the field that we're in?
Okay, what's your second question? Let me get all your questions first.
Yes. And the other 2 questions have more to do with the financial things you were talking about earlier today.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure what those, what do you mean exactly?
Okay, so for example, when someone signs up, it's $47 to become a member.
Mm-hmm.
And after they become a member, are they automatically able to earn commissions at that point, or do they need to purchase traffic first? Or,
okay, and what's your third question?
Oh, yes, and the third one is connected to that. I just wanted some information, like kind of a breakdown on what to expect to be paying financially, because when I first came in, I heard it's $47 for membership monthly, but now I'm hearing it's $50 a week, which is like $200 a month, and I'm not sure what the extra's for.
Okay, Alexis, thank you very much for calling in today, and I'll get down this list of questions for you, okay? The first thing I want to say to you, Alexis, is welcome to our community. We're happy to have you here. We're going to be here every single morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. Every day we're going to be here. We are always here. And all of our radio shows are rebroadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at radioleverage.com. As far as what do we do here? We eradicate poverty. That's what we are. We are poverty erasers. Okay? That's what we do. But really, and I'm being a little bit glib there, but really Traffic Authority is an educational forum. Traffic Authority is about internet education. It is about learning how to really develop a brand new skill set. It's about learning how to be an email ninja. It's about learning how to really, really dominate in places like Facebook and Twitter. It's learning what traffic really is and what the benefits are. You know, we have over 18 million potential retail customers for traffic. You know, everyone who's in the business opportunity space, everybody who's promoting a business opportunity relies on traffic. Without it, it is over. You have to have eyeballs. You have to have people seeing your website. So that's what we are. We're Traffic Authority. We are internet traffic brokers. The company is about education, information, and motivation. We get into personal development stuff here, but we will teach you what you have to do in order to become successful on the internet. As far as the cost, okay, $20. It's $20 to become a reseller. And for $20, you have the ability to earn commissions. Absolutely. However, you will only receive the commissions that you're eligible to receive. So if you want to get started as a $20 reseller, that's fine. If you want to get started at a $47 reseller, that's fine. There are add-ons and there are extras, okay? $47 gets you the reseller license, and also it gets you the Traffic Optimizer, which is a suite of traffic tools, which really are for people who already have websites and understand what they're doing on the internet. If you want to learn what's going on, then it's a $97 upgrade to the Traffic Academy. The Traffic Academy is the best training in the world from people who are making it happen on the internet. That's an upgrade. And then, of course, you can buy traffic. For people, Alexis, who don't have a list, although a moment ago I said everyone has a list. If you have a cell phone and you have contacts, you have a list. If you have people that you communicate with via email, you have a list. And we have a daily marketing plan that we share with you every day, Alexis, that will give you tips and things that you can do to monetize that existing list. Okay? And what you can expect is transparency, honesty, and momentum if you follow our simple steps. Now, Alexis, there's so much more to this than what I'm able to share with you right now in these couple of minutes. So what I'm going to ask you to do is what I ask everyone to do is go and watch all of the video. Okay, you've got so much video content. You can spend all day long watching the videos. And the questions that you've asked me here today are answered in those videos. You know, if you really want to know what does it cost, if you really want to know how does somebody who's only putting $20 into their business, which is $5 a week, okay, how do they make money? Well, you'll find out about the qualification bank. They're going to have to go out there and bring some people to the table. And it will benefit you for sure, because there is a very robust compensation plan here. There's tons of leverage. Right now we're giving away $20,000 worth of prizes. All of the details are available to you in your member back office. So again, I've been rambling on here for exactly 3 minutes and 48 seconds, Alexis, and I know we have hundreds of people who are been here with us for a while and they understand these things. But for your benefit and the benefit of everybody else who has just gotten started, say in the last 48 hours, it's very, very simple. Okay? It's very, very simple. And I urge you to go spend as much time as you have today and tomorrow until you have watched every single video. All of these questions that you have are answered in those videos. And the reason we put the answers to these questions in those videos is so that people who get started with you, no matter where they are in the world, no matter what time of the day it is, will have the benefit of the best, most transparent training in the world, bar none, period, end of story. Whew. That's a very, very long answer to a short question. 8171, you're next up in the queue.
Good morning, Joe.
Hey, Beverly, how are you?
I'm doing really good. I'm just a little frustrated this morning because, I talked to you on Friday, or, Thursday, yeah. And I'm still, my traffic is still pending, and the reason I'm bringing this up, I want to get going. I actually went out and got a new credit card so I could purchase traffic. I purchased it 10 days ago.
Beverly's traffic is still
not.
Okay, right now
really
I've got. Okay, listen.
Huh?
Someone right now is saying, "Tell me Beverly's first and last name." Right now, is somebody's hitting me on Skype. A technician in Tallahassee right now is saying, "Tell me Beverly's first and last name," and we'll get her going right now. Beverly, what's your last name?
Looney, Looney, just like the Looney Tunes. And Beverly is spelled with a Ley at the end, so if they have any problem with that. So, yeah, I would appreciate it so very much. And I also wanted to tell you, that gal he was talking about earlier, that Diane?
Mm-hmm.
I'd been corresponding with her, too, and she says, well, I'm going to go with somebody else. And
see? Yeah, she's one of those 80% that's going to waste your time.
Yeah,
Beverly, thank you very much. We'll have your traffic
okay.
rolling this morning. And Irene, if you're still listening, Irene in Southern California, your traffic is rolling, Irene, 76 years young. Let's keep it moving. 7307, you're next up in the queue. Good morning, 7307. Hello, 7307. You've been in the queue for 36 minutes. 7307. Oh, what a shame. What a shame, 7307, not paying attention after 36 minutes. 8696, you're next up. Hello, 8696.
What's going on, Joe? This is Ken from Pittsburgh.
Hey, what's up, Ken? What's going on, man? I see your Steelers beat the pants off of my they're kind of my Cardinals, that the Arizona.
I was talking about that before.
Dude, they used to be in Chicago.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Chicago Cardinals years and years ago, but I was honoring the pink shoes that the Steelers were wearing. Kenneth, how are you today, man?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing well. Like, it's coming along. Like, I got my little brother here with me today, Tori Evans from Pittsburgh, and he's just been helping with production. You know what I'm saying? Because I got so much stuff going on because I'm following the steps, and sometimes I just got to answer to something that somebody said where they're trying to deal with the different objections and people, saying what they have to say. But you got to know that you got the best thing out there. You can be in any industry. You can mess with, any type of contact, any type of retail place. You got so much power that you just gotta like really get into those videos and really get back into your back office, really like go back from the beginning and start from the beginning, because you're gonna see something every time. And it was like he was so right, because I heard that in a video. You might have said that on the radio, you know what I'm saying? And it stays with you, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And you'll grow, and then that stuff will start to get easy, and then you'll be like, and you'll be having conversations. I was using an instant messenger on Facebook, developing my relationships. I'm going by the scripts for real. I'm having my own little swag to it, but I'm sticking to the script. I'm eliminating objections, you know, writing that. I'm flipping people, you know, ideals about it. And then, you know, you got multi-level marketing. You got all these different levels. Get into those groups. Communicate with those people. Before you even talk about what you're doing, they're going to see that, because they're going to click on your page. They're going to see what's going on with you. And then when they see that, they're going to be, like, interested. And then they're going to be like, yo, how do I get involved? Or how much da-da-da. And then you just direct them to a video. Direct them to, you know what I mean, a correspondence. You know, we got so much information. And then, it's fun. I'm having fun, man.
Well, thank you very much, Kenneth. Congratulations on your Steelers again, and I love it when you jump out here. Okay, here's what we got going on right now. I just got this, just came in from the home office in Tallahassee. Beverly, apparently you already did have a traffic order that ran, and you were pointing only to a bridge instead of a capture page. We're going to get that fixed up for you. But we find out here that most of these issues are operator related, meaning if you just, like we just heard from Kenneth, if you just pay attention here, many people hang up. They get their questions asked and they hang up, like Dennis from Las Vegas, getting more feedback on Dennis's person. This woman, Dennis's person, is out there chasing around like a butterfly, enticing Beverly from Medford. And so, you know, just pay attention, you guys, and listen in, okay? Beverly, she had one order from September 9th. She has a second order from October 9th that was pending leak. Okay, so just pay attention, you guys, for real. 2959, you're next up. Thank you very much for holding.
Yes. Carlos Rodriguez from New York City.
How are you today?
Oh, man, I'm awesome. I wanted to clarify, Jason, that's actually Enrique Lopez. That's the person and the information I private messaged you on. We're just not seeing one of his sales in his back office. But if you have a chance, you could take a look at that for me, please. But
I don't have access. I'll have Carlos look at it. I don't have that level of access. You know, I know a lot of you guys hit me up with questions on
I'm
Facebook.
Sorry.
But no, that's all right, Carlos. No, but you're my man. You're my man, okay? But I just want you guys to know that when you guys send me a personal message on Facebook, all I do is send that into the support desk. All I'm doing is pass it out to the same place where you can go to already. But I love hearing from you, bro. I love hearing from you. Please continue. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Jason, also known as Enrique Lopez, is excited. He came on here, is crushing it right now, and I'm just so thrilled to just be a part of somebody that's as hungry as I am, you know. And we kicking ass over here in New York, and also I got another one this weekend. Another new team member came on, and I shared my enthusiastic. I did another video, and it was just
amazing,
all about. It was just all about sending another email that resonated with this person, and I was just texting him right now, man. It's just amazing if we stay plugged in and we follow the blueprint, like I said in a video, which I'm using it in my bridge page. If you follow the blueprint, follow you guys' lead. This is the first time I'm following the leader. You know, I'm being a copier, and you guys are multimillionaires, and hey. We'll get there soon, and just keep on plugging in. For anybody that's new, man, I got a couple of rebuttals. Why is it that it first says $47 and then it tells you about upgrading and stuff like that? I'm like, because it's a real business. It's a real business, because if you will open a real business in the corner store, you have $100,000, $200,000 to spare. But over here, all in is $200. Buy some traffic, send traffic. And a lot of people asking me, how are you making so much money? I'm like, I'm not making a lot of money yet. I will be making a lot more money once I keep sending traffic. But the most important thing is, if you don't have a big following like myself, is continue buying traffic, pour that in all day, every day, and you'll see success, man, because everybody out here needs something like Traffic Authority. Traffic Authority is the monster on the internet right now. It's a great monster, great tool. But yes, let me stop taking so much time. God bless. Take care. Shout out to everybody, all the ninjas. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much, Carlos, in New York City. Also, this just came in to me this morning, Carlos, that you are the winner of a traffic package back in the original pre-launch contest, and that traffic package should be showing up in your member back office today. So you got some more traffic coming your way. And you just keep it simple. Congratulations on new people, more people showing up. You're personalizing it. You talked about the bridge video. The bridge video is back there. Every single one of you, every single one of us can shoot our own little personal video and insert that into the sales funnel. So when somebody goes to the sales funnel, the first thing they see is me or you or Beverly or Irene. You can do your own little bridge video. Those things are, man, that is such an awesome tool. 0618, you're next up in the queue. Come on out here.
Hey, Joe. Hi, everybody. Hi, Ninja Team. I just want to say hi. This is Gilbert James in New York City also. How's everything going?
Everything's going good, Gilbert. Everything's going good. It's a beautiful, very moist morning here in the Valley of the Sun. We've been on the radio for about 55 minutes. We've heard of 2 pages of notes I take when I have an opportunity to listen to people and answer questions. So how are you this morning, though? I'm doing great. We're doing great. How's Gilbert James today?
I'm doing fine. I'm gonna probably do what Bert did earlier. He listened. He said he was gonna listen. I'm gonna listen also today because I need to do some catch up. I'll be honest with everybody. I was looking at the football games over the weekend, and I'm a New England fan, and we really gave the
Colts.
What's his name?
The Colts. It was the Colts.
Yeah, we gave the Colts a clinic. So I have to get back on track with everything that I need to do to be successful with Traffic Authority. I like what Carlos was saying, and he's being supportive of Jason in New York City. That's cool, and I would really, really love if us guys and gals who are in New York City, if we could come together, and just meet up and help one another, and let's move forward. Even if we have to meet at the bar with Carlos, we can do it. But, I'm getting a lot of responses from my social media, especially on Facebook. Every time I post, like you say, you recommend to post on at least 20 groups a day, but I do like 50 or 100 a day, and I get responses to a lot of my posts. And the number one marketing link that I use is the sales link, where you come on, Joe, yourself, and you start telling people that they can make money and use some of the tools that Facebook and Google use. I get a lot of responses from that. But, I just want to also say that, I really, 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 really deeply believe in the quality of the service that you, Joe, Greg, and Adam, you guys provide us, the guidance that we need to move forward, not only with Traffic Authority, but lifting up our spirit, helping us to see that and feel that, hey, I can do this, we can do this, I can make a change in my life, because you're providing us with the tools and the motivation and the guidance and the pathway to do just that, Joe. So I just want to thank you. I want to get my motor running some more and do the thing so that I can get the daily action going, so I can get the profit that I need to get. So thank you so much, and I'm going to listen for the rest of the time today. And again, thank you everybody out there. Earl, thank you. And let's keep it going, because it's a winning deal. There's no question about that. Traffic Authority is a winning deal.
And thank you very much, Gilbert. I suggest, Carlos is always hanging around out there on Facebook. You guys should connect, man. Carlos, you got a place where people can meet. So many people from NYC. We hear him calling in every single day. What a great idea. 5691, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. It's Steve Schumacher in Portland, Oregon.
Steve, how can I help you today?
Oh, it's just not, really don't have any questions. Well, had one statement, was working with, I think her name's Peg. She said her videos weren't working on the back office. I noticed that one of them said something about something encountered a system error. Please try again. I forget which one it was. But I'm not stressed about it. I'm still here, still plugging away. Today will be day 4 of 90-day challenge.
Excellent.
I think I posted that out there.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that the 90-day challenge includes reading 10 pages a day of really good, healthy,
yes,
positive material. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But I sent you a private message. Where did you get the pink headband, and where can I get one?
Well, you can get one on Amazon. Thank you very much for noticing the pink headband. I wear pink headbands all the time now. During this month of breast cancer awareness, just got to bring some attention to the problem, and that's why I'm wearing my pink headband everywhere I go. Not just on the webinars, I wear them everywhere I go. And I just looked it up. I went to Amazon.com and I put in there pink headband. Can you help a brother out? And also, Steve Shue, as far as videos that sometimes are not working, from time to time, our computers just need a reboot, right? They just need a reboot, like a reboot in the butt. Like sometimes it's cool just to, go up into your history, empty your cache, and then just turn your computer, set it to restart, right, where it just shuts off, and then you restart it. And usually, I have found that cleans up the issues. 9582, you're next up in the queue. Good morning. Hello.
Everybody. It's Jane from Carolina again. How are you?
Is this Jane?
Yes, it is. Good morning.
Hey, Jane. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. I just want to tell you it was so nice yesterday to look in Facebook and get your post about the Google Documents. Mm-hmm. That was really nice. I appreciate that. And like everybody was to learn all that I'm learning with our program. And I wanted to thank y'all for that.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you for calling in. That was so nice to hear. And you said this is about education. Remember Alexis earlier today? She asked me, what this was about. You guys remember Alexis? She just joined over the weekend, and she says, how do you describe traffic authority? And I was being a wise guy, a little glib, and I says, we're poverty eradicators. That's what we do, is eradicate poverty. But Jane, I want to thank you for bringing this back to what this really is. This is really about education. It's about learning a new skill set. Okay, we have traffic. You can buy traffic. You can build a list, and we want you to do that. We recommend that you do that. At the same time, though, there's something inside of you that is so important that you just got to get that out. And we learned from Darren in the email training on how we can, be just more aware of what goes around and what's going on and start including who you are in these email campaigns. And before you know it, you are beginning to develop real connections with real people. You're building a list, and that is a powerful, powerful thing. Thank you very much, Jane. That's my mother's name, too, by the way. My mother's name is Jane. 0940, you're next up. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, I'm Kathy from California, from Vallejo, California. I got a few questions for you pertaining to what I'm doing is I have went into LinkedIn. I have hired on some guys in LinkedIn to spend $5,000 to actually build a list for me from LinkedIn.
Okay, hold on.
Upon me doing that, my upline basically is saying that that he I'm gonna read to you what he actually said to me. He said, as far as I have never done LinkedIn and have no intention of doing it as of now. So tough for me to be of a help there. So he's telling me that he can't help me with LinkedIn, and I need an upline that's going to be able to help me. And with me dealing with these high, end individuals, I was, wondering, can I be moved to someone that can actually help me with that, and just make a lateral move with it?
No. The answer to the question is no. You can't, Kathy. You can't make lateral moves to people to different people in Traffic Authority. We honor the person's work, the person who brought you to Traffic Authority, spent time, spent money, spent resources to bring you here. So let's say, Kathy, that you go out there and you start developing a team and you're bringing people into the table here, and suddenly somebody goes, you know what? I'm really, really focused on Twitter, and Kathy can't help me on Twitter, so I want to move. I'm going to move. I don't want to be with Kathy anymore.
To be upfront with you, I would love to go up under Vincent Ortega.
Well, you are under Vincent
Basically,
Ortega.
because I'm dealing with individuals, and I'm dealing with guys that's on, LinkedIn that have a proven track record of
All right, Kathy, hold on a second.
Individuals with
Kathy, hold on, okay? I'm gonna wait. Greg Chambers wants to come out here. Let me. Greg is like pounding his chest right now. Let me see. And I'm going to say this, okay? I'm going to say this. We have a guy who's next up, who's coming to the Traffic Academy is a LinkedIn specialist. A. B. You are under Vincent Ortega. You are under Vincent Ortega. Are you a member of the premium? Did you step up to premium? You spent $5,000 on LinkedIn? And Greg, come on out here, okay? Greg Chambers is here. He wants to comment to Kathy, who's very aggressive. Kathy, I love your aggressive posture, but simmer down, girl. Come on out here, Greg.
Yeah, Joe, this is such a great question because, everyone actually has the same idea cross their minds. And here's the real truth. Kathy, the real reason we don't allow this, because every single person that you ever sign up also wants to move up under Vince. And, basically that would not be fair because of the fact that you're doing the advertising, you're doing the work. It's not possible for anyone to build a team if we allow people to leave where they got started. The bottom line is Vince is going to be on the traffic control board. He's going to be on the advisory board. He's going to be available to help people who want the help. That's why he's out on the webinars. That's why he's out everywhere. But the bottom line is we would cripple your personal business if we allowed that, along with thousands of other people. So in order to be fair to you and your sponsor and everyone else, that's why moving is not allowed. And one of the things we've not really said out loud, and I'm going to say it right now, is in order to move, you need a signed document from your sponsor saying, yes, I release you. So, again, and no one's going to agree to that because, again, everyone's working hard, and we realize there's only one number one guy. There's only, 10 guys, basically on the leaderboard, and we are never going to allow or recommend people to move because, again, it's not required. You can get that same exact level of help, same exact level of assistance by actually, attending their training calls and the different things they're going to be doing along with all of the other training calls. So, again, Kathy, we want to be fair to you as you sign up people in your business, and I hope that rings clear to everyone else as well. We're not doing this because, we want to create an unfair environment. We're trying to do exactly the opposite. We're trying to make it possible for people who don't have the experience that Vince has and Eric Bechtold and, Mac and Don and, Kip and all these many, many other leaders that they don't have. We want to give you an equal playing field so our marketing funnels, everything that levels the playing field, makes it possible for you to retain your team, and you can feel safe as you build your team. We're not going to allow them to move out just because there may be someone more skilled than you that they really want to be under. They're going to stay with you. So, Joe, that's really the answer to this, and I want to be very, very clear exactly how that works.
Thank you very much. Greg Chambers in the house checking in. So
working with, basically, like I said, they have a proven track record. What they want is a high-ticket link that I can send individuals to because this is what they deal with is high-ticket items. And they want to...
You're not listening. I have to put you on mute there, Kathy, because obviously I take you off mute and you're still talking. So, Kathy, I hope you got the message. We really appreciate your contribution, and we are a high-ticket program. And if you've yet to upgrade to premium, the premium level here, there's a premium upgrade that gives you direct access to the top leaders and their personal links. And 6765, you are next up in the queue. Come on out here.
Hey, Joe, Gary Chappelle from Duluth.
Hey, Gary, how are you today? I'm great.
I'm doing great. Good. Go Panthers. All right.
Yes.
Did you see that one yesterday?
I didn't. I don't have NFL Sunday tickets, so I'm not seeing all of the games, but I know that the Panthers, I know they got a killer quarterback, and I know they're doing some serious damage. I know that enough about the NFL. How are you today, man? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
I'm doing really awesome. Listen, did some work over the weekend. I wanted to give a really good tip because Diamond Dave gave a really good tip last week, and I don't know how many people actually heard what he said, and it's one of the reasons, everybody needs to listen to the show every day. But he gave a great tip about, of course, if you got to have the premium reseller to use Vince's funnel, but he was talking about a headline he had changed, and I don't think it's really been talked about a lot. But people do need to realize, they can go into their capture pages and change those headlines if necessary. And he gave a killer tip last week, which has created great opt-ins for me as it was for him. So that was one thing I wanted to remind people of, is they do have that feature in the back office. But the other thing I wanted to mention, which has really worked good for me, is to, you got the email addresses back there in your back office of your leads. One of the tips I've always done is to go out to Facebook and just plop that email address in the search bar and go out there and see if those people are on Facebook. And if they are, connect with them. go ahead and try to get get a friend request, and then go ahead and message them. And if they're already in your back office, you have an instant approach to them to say, hey, I saw you were checking out Traffic Authority. Is there any questions that I can answer for you? And believe me, that works because you're making an instant connection. They know there's somebody there on the other side that's a real live person that's interested in what they're doing, and it really works. So I would recommend everybody try that.
Great insight, Gary. Thank you very much. If you heard what Gary said, you get the email address of people that opt in. Use that email address to go fishing and see if they're on Facebook. And then you can make that personal connection. And it adds up, man. These little tiny things will add up. Gary, thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming out here today. I appreciate you, for sure. Gary, member of our Traffic Control Board, which we're seating this week. Okay, I'm keeping it moving. Number one, you're next up.
1111. Way to go.
Celeste, how are you this morning? How are you today?
Fantastic. How are you? I'm just fantastic. How about you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. I'm having a blast.
All right. And Gilbert James stunned me. I realized when he started talking, it was almost like, to me, it was melodic. It came into my ears as melody. Yeah. And actually my pulse went up and my heart rate went up. I said, wow. And I drew a little closer to my screen here. And he kept talking, but it was the tone. It's the tone. He has some tonation in his voice, and it's like it's charismatic. Anyway, I said that's good. so that's something that's positive about that. But I do miss when he doesn't speak. It's almost like that certain spice that you put into a pot that makes the difference. I do a lot of cooking. Yeah, but what I want to say is, Ree, I was looking. I've been all weekend on everything, trying to make sure that I'm up on top of everything. I am not, because I'm a slow reader, but I still do my reading as much as possible. And I always listen to inspirational audio, videos. Mm-hmm. I keep them going, and I keep your voice going too. With the different webinars and things, I actually replay and overplay. But anyhow, what I'm saying is that it was something that I noticed. Oh, Ree's video, it doesn't have a voice, but I don't know why that happened. I listened to it in the back office, and then I went on ahead and used it anyway because I said some people can read lips like I do. I do that also. But anyway, she was in my lineup for where I post my ads on IBO Toolbox. And you'll believe, man, she's only been on, that video has only been out like a week and a half, I think it is. Mm-hmm. She's got as many clicks. And first she had a flood of traffic, and this is organic traffic. This is traffic that's coming in from IBO. And she is only second to the top one, and the top one, my headline that I put on there was like, "I'm old but not cold."
I love that.
I'm old but I'm not cold, and that has 270 clicks out of 6,000, coming in, and hers is 273. She's only seven, or I think it's 3 marks under the top one, 270 and 263. That's what it is. And I said, man, I looked at that this morning. I was like, what? I said, look at me. I played her video. I played it all over again. I did. I played it all over again and watched her lips. She was speaking. I said, that's what they're doing. They're looking at her, because she's right in the camera. And she's right there, her face right up front, and she's speaking clearly, and you're able to read her lips. That she's saying something very positive and influential, but I was like, I'm going to keep her video running. Whatever the tech problem is, I'm letting you know about it right now so you can check it out, see if that's the same thing happens with you. But I'm using it, and I'm going to use it again. It's on my ad. It's one of my ads that I run. And Ree, girl, you doing it for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Celeste. Look at that. Edifying our group, right? Gilbert James, right? I love the intonation in his voice too, right? He's just got like a killer way about him, and just a wonderful, wonderful thing as comes through when he speaks. And how about that, Ree? Ree is one of our featured people. You see her all over the internet. As a matter of fact, she's one of the videos. You guys got over 40 videos. I think 40 is the number of business opportunity testimonial videos available for you to use in your member back office 2270, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Hi, my name is Iwana Fazio, and I am from Texas. I am in Yes.
What was your first name? I'm sorry.
Iwana.
Iwana, how are you this morning, Iwana?
Good, very good. Thank you very much for asking. I hope you are doing as well.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
I am in Jennifer's Crouch team, and I just wanted to mention her because she's a fantastic leader and a team leader, and she goes way and beyond to help everybody, and I'm so happy to have her as my team leader and friend.
Mm-hmm.
And now I just have two questions regarding the sales letters. Mm-hmm. So first of it, is there a possibility of customizing on my own, with my own video and my own verbiage, of course, keeping the affiliate TA per compliance and everything. I just wanted a different video with me in it and my story and how I did. And the second question would be the red timer on the top, if that somehow can be removed, because I don't believe that's a real scarcity. As a person open it today and then open in a few days, you know how people are going in and out of their emails, they watch again, and they see again the timer, and they were thinking, I thought it expired or something. So I wonder if that's possible.
All right. Well, as far as the timers, those are set there for a reason. And thank you, Iwana, for your questions, and thank you for edifying Jennifer. There are other great leaders here besides Vincent Ortega. As a matter of fact, Iwana, you are a great leader. Celeste is a great leader. And Gilbert James is a great leader. And Carlos in New York City is a great leader. And I love Vincent Ortega. I absolutely adore this guy. I adore his stories. But you, each and every one of us, has that magnificence that is in you. You be the leader, okay? Iwana, thank you for mentioning Jennifer. Now, as far as your own story, the answer to putting your own story into your sales funnel is yes. There is a bridge. When you go and you take a look in your links, in your marketing links, there's a section in there. It's called Bridge Video. That is where you can shoot your own video, your own personal video testimonial. You can shoot that video, and then you can upload it, and that video that you created will be in the link that you use. So when you send somebody the link and they opt in, the first thing they will see is you, your name, your face, your story. And then beyond that, they will go through the sales funnel. Now, as far as the timers, I think that, the timer is what it is. And when people log in, they have X amount of time to move forward. I think it does build scarcity. Whether or not it could be removed if somebody revisits is a technical issue. I'll send that question in. But one of the things I will say is that, really, one of the things I will say this, and I'm so excited, is to be here and learning from people who know way more than me. Okay, and I'm just talking about me, Iwana. I'm not going to talk about, okay, I'm just going to tell you from my perspective, okay? I'm old school. I made 7 figures in our business before the internet. There was no internet. I didn't have a computer. All I had was a telephone, and I made 7 figures. And it's a new world now, okay? So I fast forward, some of these people, like, truth be known, I'm old enough to be Adam Whiting's father. I'm old enough to be Vincent Ortega Jr.'s father. That's how old I am, right? And to be able to be here and learn from these young people who were born on the internet. I say this all the time. When I talk to Vincent Ortega Jr. or I talk to Adam Whiting on the telephone, I'll say, you know that the telephone used to be stuck on the wall? When I was born, the telephone was stuck on the wall, right? We didn't carry it around in our back pocket. You know what I mean? And so and when I made my first money, all I had was the USA Today to run ads, and I was paying for analog telephone, and my phone bill was $3,000-$4,000 a month if I was making $10,000 a month. So to be able to sit here and learn from people who understand why those timers are there, from my perspective, there's a lot of things that I would like to see changed based on my own old guy experience. But I'm like, hey, man, why do I want to get in the way of, do you realize that Traffic Authority in the first 30 days put 50,000 people into our pre-launch environment? So I'm like, well, maybe these kids know something. Maybe there's something to be learned here. So, I did send in a support ticket and say, hey, man, is there any way that people can actually have an option to remove the timer from the videos that go out? But why would you want to? I mean, again, maybe you know more than me, and maybe there's always a new trick, right? Even these young kids, maybe the reason I'm on the team is because I have a new trick or two that I learned 20 years ago. So I just want you to consider that, though, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Ivana. Thank you very much for calling in today. I really appreciate you and the time that you took here this morning. And we'll keep it moving here. 6683, you're next up in the queue. Good morning, 6683. Somebody's calling in. 6683 is the last four digits of your phone number. Hello. I hate to hang up on you after you've been waiting this long. 6683. Hello. 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 Well, there it is, 6683. They're actually gone. They hung up. 6683 hung up. Okay, 9201, you're next up.
Good morning, Joe. This is Kara in Austin, Texas.
Good morning, Kara. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm great. I'm feeling good today. I'm a little, I guess I'm a little feisty here this morning with some of these callers, but it's okay. People understand, right?
Yeah, I know. I've heard you this morning. But
What's
hey,
with that,
you tell it like it is. You're not sugarcoating anything, so
I guess that's a good thing.
I mean, people need to hear the truth. I mean, they really do. I mean, this is business we're talking about, and it's not easy. But with Traffic Authority's system, it certainly is simple. I mean, you guys make it simple. You've got the daily action plan, and you've got all the training videos. I mean, everything that is needed back there. So, and I have to say, I haven't talked to my upline sponsor in probably, I don't know, maybe a month or so, or maybe not that long, maybe 3 weeks. But I'm not letting that stop me. I know he's busy. He's got another company that he's running, and my business is up to me. It's up to me to be successful, and what I've been able to do is just reach out there and connect with the community, and we're all here to help and support each other, and I'm getting support from not only you guys as leaders, but also from the community, and I mean that's been awesome. That's what's been so great about being here. One of the things anyway that's been so great about being here is that the community is here supporting each other, and we're all in this together. So, for like that lady who's jumping around because she, is looking for the right leader or whatever she's looking for, it's kind of ridiculous that she's doing that, because, the thing is that really this business is up to her and, not anybody else. So, with that said, had some great things going on over the weekend. Had a new team member join, and traffic is running great. I got a few new leads in as well, so I've got it set pretty low. My traffic, I have it kind of trickling. So to see those new members coming in, or those new members and the new leads coming in even on a trickle is nice. And I was just looking through the daily marketing plan and, the new emails that are out there. I noticed a new folder with the Vincent Ortega emails, swipe emails. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Did you talk about that this morning? Because I got on just about 5 minutes late, and I wasn't sure if you talked about that or not.
No, I haven't. I haven't talked about that, but I've got to ask you, I think you're doing some customization on your emails because I'm on your list, and you got some really, really cool stuff that you're sending. And the Vincent Ortega email folder, is that in the premium section, or did you find that in the general section? Because the stuff is being added like it's crazy. It's crazy how many cool things and how many upgrades are being added every single day.
Well, okay, so whenever you go into the daily marketing plan, and there is the section where you can click on the link that it will take you into the daily email swipes, there's a new folder in there, and it says Vincent Ortega, and there are, let me look, there are 5 emails for his funnel. However, and this is what I wanted to ask, they're all blank. So I wasn't sure if that was something that was being updated or, what the deal was, because I was excited to see those, and I was about ready to send one out, but, it says email 1, email 2, email 3, email 4, email 5, all with the Vincent Ortega funnel, but they're all blank documents.
Okay, that's in the I'm looking at it right now, TA email swipe copy. I'm not seeing that folder in there, so I'm going to send in a support ticket for you right now to see what's going on with that folder. Okay, so it's in the daily marketing plan. Okay.
Working from home is so awesome.
What did I
just? It's so awesome. I've got some sausage balls cooking in the oven. I'm listening to the daily morning radio show. I'm getting my daily action steps done while listening. I just love this life. It's a good life. It's a good life.
Okay. All right. I'm sending in. It is a good life, and thank you very much. I could use some sausage balls. I haven't had any of those in a long time, and believe me, as a South Sider, Chicago South Side, are you kidding me? I'm an old Bears fan. You heard Errol talking about the '85 Bears. You probably weren't even born yet. And yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we can
no,
all use
I
some
was
sausage.
born.
All right, well, listen, I sent in a support ticket on that TA swipe files for the Vincent Ortegas. And thank you very much, Kara, for coming out here. And you're right. If it's to be, it's up to me. It's up to each and every one of us. And, Kara, you're one of those leaders, right? People want to be in your group. We always talk about Vincent Ortega. What about Kara? Okay, what about all of these other people? We hear about, Myra, and, what about these individuals that we hear every single day? Like I said, Gilbert James and Steve Schumacher and Alexis and Irene in Southern California, Earl the Mountain Man, Jason in New York, Carlos. There are so many people who are crushing it here. I'm happy to be on your team, Kara. Thanks for jumping out here today, man, because you're showing some great leadership every single day.
Thank you. You guys have a wonderful week.
We will, and you too. Hopefully I don't have to wait until next week to hear from you. And let me go back upstairs here. I almost jumped over you, 1650. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Hey.
Barry in Tucson, how are you, buddy?
Barry, people were hanging up, and I almost jumped over you, bro. I'm here. How are you today? What's happening?
I'm doing good. Glad to be alive. Another Monday, and down here in Tucson, I'm glad I'm getting a week full of 80s and a couple of 70s for the temperature this week. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And
some killer rain last night. Rained yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I'm just enjoying listening to the family. I love starting my day off this way. It's a great thing, and you do a great job, and glad you're always around. It's nice to hear you every, 6 days a week anyway, and last
Thank you,
thing, my hat off to Earl the Mountain Man. He really inspired me early in the show right off. And pain is mandatory. Suffering is optional. I love it. I'm going to use that, Earl.
And what is it? Thank you very much, Barry. Thank you very much. And I think it was the guy, the cheater guy, that the guy who won all those Tour de France. That guy, didn't he say something like, if I quit, the pain never goes away or something? I'll have to look up that quote. I'll bring it to you guys tomorrow. Let's keep her moving. 9362, you're next up in the queue. Good morning.
Oh, it's Jennifer again. How are you?
We're good, Jennifer. How are you?
Fantastic.
What do you know?
Just talked to my friend, Iona.
Uh-huh.
So I'm so happy that you sent in the support ticket for getting rid of the red timer. We don't like red timers, no offense. That's just the way we roll. I have a question about someone mentioning wanting to change their sponsor. And I had someone approach me that wanted to change their sponsor, and I kind of, I was a little pissy about it. And a lot of programs will cookie people once they've opted in to a page.
Mm-hmm.
They'll cookie people to that person. So unless they clear their cache or, clear all their browsing history, they're going to stay with that person until. Are you following me?
Yes, I am following you. I am following you, and I do believe we have that function in here. There's cookies, because if you did the work, Jennifer, if you posted on Facebook, if you did the work, you should get the credit for the work, right? And I do know people sponsor shop, right? That's part of our industry is sponsor shopping. People are looking for a sponsor, but that's a misnomer, really, in my opinion. Vincent Ortega started somewhere. You started somewhere. Everybody's responsible for their own results. And in a program like this one at the Traffic Authority, we're so transparent. Right now, you have access to all of these leaders and all their material. This is designed. It is designed. It's specifically designed. So your results will be determined by your actions. Like we just heard from Kara, one of our top leaders. She hasn't spoken to her sponsor in weeks because it begins with you, Jennifer. It begins with Iona. It begins with me. It begins with, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but if you do the work, let's say you took the time, you're posting on Facebook, you're sending emails, then you should get the credit. You should get the sign up. Period, end of story. Right. Because you expended the resource. And, yeah, we have cookie systems set up in here. As a matter of fact, this morning somebody was hitting me up on Facebook with this same thing. I signed somebody up and they want to sign up with me and they don't want to sign up with their other sponsor. I go through, you know what? It's a cookie thing, right? Gotcha, You know what I mean?
Okay. And then also, I keep in touch with my team. We have a little group and we chat with each other on Facebook just to throw around ideas because that's just the way I build a team. Mm-hmm. So I'm just very hands-on and I like being that way. Mm-hmm. So however everyone decides to do it, it's their own choice. I think there was another question that I wanted to ask is, are we able to edit the funnel in the back office? Like, say, for instance, we wanted to take them from the capture page to the sales page instead of the bridge page. Or we have to set up our own funnel to do that?
Well, there's a lot of detail that goes into building these funnels, okay? And when the funnels are built, they're built and they're locked, right? And they cost a lot of money. A funnel that you see right now that's running, it's about a $10,000 investment to build that funnel. And Jennifer, I know that you have experience. I know you've been around the neighborhood, and you may have the skill set and the resources to build one of these high converting funnels. But right now, those funnels are set. Okay, and they're locked. And like Carl just hit me up. Carl's in the Tallahassee office. He is listening to the radio show today, and he said this: for Traffic Optimizer users, you can set your own timers, and there is an option on the timers to set an amount of time. Okay, that's what it says. The others, in the terms of the preset traffic funnels, those timers are set up by the people who design the funnels, and they cannot be changed. Okay. And you don't have to run the bridge. Greg Chambers, I got you off mute, dude. If you want to jump out here, it's not necessary to run the bridge, is what Greg is saying to me. Greg, this is Jennifer. I know you've been traveling, Greg. Jennifer knows a lot about.
Greg knows me. I'm on Rebecca's team. Hey, Greg, what's up?
Hey, I'm doing great. And absolutely, yeah. And there are settings back inside the marketing links area where you can select running the bridge or not. I can just tell you that, I've tested this personally. Taking the bridge off is the same as asking for lower results. Basically, that bridge with Vincent increases the actual conversions of 47 by almost 0.5%. So I'd be very careful about doing that. Of course, you can always test stuff yourself, but you can add and remove that at your leisure.
Okay. But now, you're saying I can take the red timer off the top, but we can't find where to do that.
No, not the timer. I'm talking about the bridge page. Actually, the steps of the funnel where it goes from the opt-in page to the video sales letter. from the opt-in page to the bridge to the video sales letter, you can select whether or not you want to run the bridge. The timers, like Joe said, the timers are hard-coded. I mean, that cannot be taken off. But I'll just let you know, too, the timers actually, we tested with and without in the beginning, and it's not as big a change as the bridge, but it does certainly help. It reminds people they need to do something now. You know, people normally think, hey, I'll get back to it later, blah, 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 and they just don't. So the timer, helps in a marginal way, but it's certainly worth having it on there.
Okay. Forgive me, maybe I haven't found the spot in the back office, but where would I go if I decided I wanted to split test and remove the bridge page?
The bridge page is, again, back in the marketing links area. What you select back there is where the traffic goes. So you actually have control over the funnel that way.
So if I went to Google versus Facebook and hit capture page 3, how would I get rid of the bridge page out of that? Does that make sense?
You would not select the bridge page, and it will run without the bridge page. If you select that page and the bridge, it will run both.
I don't have that option.
There's little check marks there on your marketing links page.
On my marketing links page, I'm not seeing how I can do that. I'm on it right now.
Okay, let's do this. Hit me on Facebook. We'll go over it individually, and I'll show you how to do it.
I would love that. Thank you so much, Greg.
Excellent. You're welcome.
Have a great day.
Jennifer. Thank you for calling in, Jennifer, checking in with us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 6683. Let's get you out here. You're next up. 6683. I can hear the beautiful music of a traffic authority page playing in the background there.
Can you hear me here? This is Michael.
Hey, Michael. Yes, I can hear you. Hello, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, actually, I was dropping you the first time. Anyhow, I would like to say this is Michael anyway from Toronto, right, Canada. So what I want to say is this is an excellent place, right? We can actually help each other. So basically, I don't care. I belong to any team. So this is a big family. Everybody try to help each other. That's the team you belong to, okay? And also, I do have another question. Is I actually upgrade to the Traffic Academy reseller, right? Around 4 days ago, but so far my status still say inactive, right? I sent an email twice already, so I don't know if anyone been follow up already.
Okay, listen, Michael, what is your username? Okay.
Username is NCHUNT.
NCHUNT.
UNT, G as a George.
Okay. Say it one more time. One more time, Michael, what your username is.
Okay, let me repeat again. M as a Mary, C as a Cherry, H as a Henry, U like a Universal, N as a Nancy, G as a George. M Chung.
Okay, got it. M Chung, got it. Okay, you're looking for your upgrade to Traffic. To Traffic
actually,
Academy?
I already upgraded to the Academy, right, which is, believe it was last week. And
okay.
I'm still seeing go to the business center if you're looking for my, like the status, right, for the Traffic Academy, the status still say inactive.
Okay, we're going to I sent in a support ticket right now. You said you sent in a couple. I got that fast track.
Already, yeah.
All right, thank you very much. If you stick around, hopefully I'll get you an answer by the end of today's radio show. Otherwise, check for your email. We'll get this thing handled for you today, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much, Joe.
Thank you very much, Michael, checking in this morning from Toronto. And thank you for the kind words. Yes, this is an excellent place to go. All these people here helping each other is awesome. Awesome sauce, as they say on the commercial. Hello, 1005. Hello.
Hola. How are you,
Hola.
Joe?
I'm good. Is this Natalie?
Natalie from Chicago.
How you doing, Natalie?
I'm doing good. About to eat some Chicago dogs.
Yummy. Oh, yummy.
I heard you talk about it on air a little while ago. Anyways, I just wanted to, well, for one, just say hi to everyone. And Kara kind of asked the question that I was going to ask you. So
is that about?
I'll wait for.
Okay, and so exactly, again, I'm trying to get an answer for you guys. You're talking about the Vincent Ortega email swipe file, right?
Yeah, when we go into where the swipe files are, it says Vincent Ortega's like swipe files. So then you click on it, but then everything is just blank. So there's nothing in the emails.
Okay.
Yep.
There's a Vincent Ortega file there, and it is empty.
I think it contains 4 pages, so it would be 4 swipe files, I believe, but they're all blank.
Okay, I got a guy on it. Okay.
That was one of my questions, and then excuse me. The other one was, I think Kara may have actually asked this a couple days ago. But the other one was, will we go and change our traffic to his funnels? Is it I would have to look. Hang on one second. Sorry. Is it just the like for the, I can't think now, for his like funnel? Would it just say Vincent Ortega's funnel? Because I don't see anything on mine.
All right. Well, if you upgraded, okay, I'm not like I'm upgraded.
I did.
Okay, I've upgraded to premium. Okay, and when I've upgraded to premium, me personally, I'm upgraded, and I go into the marketing. When I go into the marketing link, okay, into the marketing links, I've got a Vincent Ortega Jr.'s 100K in 7 days funnel.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good then.
Okay. All right, I'm in here right now.
So then I'll just wait, I guess, to see if maybe someone would answer that question by the end of the show. If not, I'll just wait for an email.
All right. Let's see. Here's what I'm seeing right now. Right now, I just got this from Adam Whiting. He says it's a premium only thing. Okay, so those emails are being added in there. They've yet to be added, and it's for premium upgrade members only. Okay, so I don't know, Natalie,
I
if the premium.
that day, the next day after the webinar.
All right, excellent.
So.
All right, here's what it's saying. It says he's adding them in there. It's a premium only thing.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Well, hold on.
All right, sounds good, Joe. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Natalie. You have a great day too.
All right,
enjoy
bye.
those Chicago dogs. Wish I was there.
Well, thanks. Okay, bye.
Nothing like a Chicago dog. You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go on the record right now, and here it is. You never put ketchup on a hot dog, ever.
Boo.
I mean, seriously, if you put ketchup on a hot dog, that's like a mortal sin. In the city of Chicago, there was a guy running for office once. He was running for office, and he actually came out and he admitted to the world that he had put, because he was going to be, his platform was total transparency, total honesty, running for office in the city of Chicago. He ran an ad in the newspaper confessing that he actually put ketchup on a hot dog one time. There's a hot dog joint in downtown Chicago. Can't remember the name of it, but I used to go there. They wouldn't, if you ordered ketchup on a hot dog, they wouldn't even serve you a hot dog. If you would have to order the hot dog and then go to the back of the room where they had ketchup dispensers. No ketchup on hot dogs. Period. End of story.
Ketchup is awesome on hot dogs, for the record.
No way, dude. Obviously, I can see that you've never been in the Chi. 5947, you're next up in the queue. 5947.
Yes, good morning. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing good. Who's this? Kenneth in Mississippi?
Kenneth in Mississippi.
How you doing this morning, Kenneth?
I'm doing good. I come out of my shop and try to work on some cabinet work. I just got in on the call there, so I probably missed some stuff, but I'm just checking in and let you know I'm still hanging around here. I ain't went nowhere.
Well, thank you very much, Kenneth. We appreciate you checking in, and I'm glad that you're hanging around and just follow through, right? Do the thing, have the result. That's what we say here every single day. Thank you very much, Kenneth, for checking in from Mississippi. We'll keep it moving this morning. 5232 is next up in the queue. 5232, come on out here.
Good morning, Joe, Doug, and Greg, all the other TA leaders, and to everyone. I'll be there in a second. Everyone else on the call, this is Holly, folks, calling from Los Angeles. How are you?
We're great, Holly. How are you this morning?
I am well, thank you. I have a quick question regarding the billing issue that I had earlier. So now my question is, I'm trying to figure out what happened with that payment. The funds are actually there, So I'm going to have to,
Holly,
utilize another avenue.
I'm not really understanding what I know you're making a statement, but I'm not hearing a question there.
Well, that's because I was almost done. So
okay.
so my question is, the funds are actually there. Funds never came off. So like, finance department is saying that the money wasn't there, but it was. So I'm having to go about another route to actually make sure the 144 is taken from another location. So my question is, how long do I have before my website, quote unquote, is taken down? I actually got a couple of text messages. So it's saying if it happens a third time, the website will be taken down completely. So it would be like I don't even have like a membership per se. So I want to know what the time frame is or what the date is on that.
All right. Again,
because I want to try to eradicate this issue.
What is your username again, Holly?
It's HD Folks. H D as in Deborah, last name Folks, F as in Frank, OWLKES as in Sam. I don't know what time frame I'm working with.
I'm going to have somebody hit you directly into your email, okay?
Okay, that'll be fine. I just want to know like what the cutoff date would be, if you will, so that I'll know what I'm working with. Because I know initially the dates were pushed back. It was supposed to be September 30th, and then everybody else got a few extra days because everything wasn't finished yet on the TA side. So that put it around, I guess, maybe around October 6th or so. So I just want to know exactly what date I'm working with so I can try to eradicate that issue so that it doesn't happen again.
Okay, I wish I had a better answer for you, but my answer is the same, is that your specific case is unique to you, and I don't have the level of access, okay? Here's what it says right now. I just got this in from Carl in Tallahassee, and it says if she looks into the billing page in her back office, it will show that the charge failed, and it will show her the next date it will bill again. I don't have access to your member back office, so I can't tell you what the date is, but you have access to your member back office, and if you go in and you look at the billing page in your back office, it will show you that the charge failed, and it will show you when the next date is that it will bill again.
And in this case, then my next question would be, would this be the September 30th payment that was actually ended up coming out October 6th, or would this be October 6th coming out? I mean, because it got pushed back, I just want to know which payment that will be for.
Well, it will be for whatever payment it is, okay? If you look into your billing page in your member back office, it will show you when the charge failed, and it will show you the next date it will bill again. And so that's it. I don't.
But the next bill again date, are we starting fresh from there, or would that next bill again date be the previous date that quote unquote failed? That's my question. And the back office wouldn't tell me that per se, so I'd have to get that answer from a live person.
Well, I am. Yes, go ahead. Come on out here.
I was going to say it'll be again, like Holly was saying, it's true that billing dates get pushed back, but if something fails. Basically, it will bill the following month on that day that it failed originally. Your billing dates don't change because your credit card fails. Your billing date is hard coded. So again, that's why we don't close your site down the first day it fails billing, obviously for that very reason. But it will bill the following month on that same date.
Okay, and that will be the initial date, not the pushback date. The date it was pushed back to because things were moving a little slowly.
Exactly.
So like
that
let's say
is true.
Let's say the initial date, Greg, was September 30th. So it would still be September 30th. So it would be October 30th, and not October 30th, but it wouldn't be like October 6th, which would push it back to November 6th. So it would be the initial date, which would be September 30th. So then it will be September 30th. So now, even though things got pushed back, it'll be October 30th, correct?
Basically, it will actually run from the day it was pushed back. Exactly. So if it was supposed to be September 30th, but it went to like the 8th or 9th of October or whatever that was. It'll be the 8th or 9th of November. We're not going to recapture that last week. The billing dates will be, that same day. Again, you won't get billed twice in the same month, is all I'm saying.
Okay, so then it would be safe to say November 5th. Okay, so it should be well taken care of well before then. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you,
awesome.
Joe. Thank you, Greg.
You're welcome, Holly. Thank you very much. We'll keep it moving. 5082, you're next up in the queue. Good morning. Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Let's keep it moving. 6592, is that who's next up in the queue? 6592?
This is Fearless Frank from beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Just calling in because I didn't want you to miss me.
I was missing you, Frank. I was wondering where the heck you were. Thank you for calling in this morning. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Excellent. I feel the same way.
But I'm out and about today, and that's the reason why I actually had to call in a couple of times. I got bumped because I'm at appointments today, and I had to unplug, unfortunately, so I didn't hear the whole show. But I didn't want you to feel left out. I wanted to make sure that I did call in.
I feel better. My morning is complete now. Fearless Frank checking in from beautiful Myrtle Beach. Have fun out there, Frank. Let's keep it moving. We'll keep it moving here. I think we have somebody who dialed back in, 9476. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Who's this?
Oh, this is June from Wyoming, and I'm traveling, and so, I've been on my phone twice and in the queue and dropped out, and so I hope I stay where you can hear me. But so I just wanted to say I'm really glad to hear you back, Greg, and Doug. Joe, I just love you. You just make me laugh. I'm just laughing half the time I'm on this. My mom looks at me like I'm crazy. But anyways, I wanted to say that. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, great. Well, I got a message today saying I had over 200 Twitter followers, and I'm pretty excited about that. And I've got 40 leads now, and I've got almost 200 clicks, and everything's just moving right along. I'm just really excited. So I wanted to share that with you.
Well, thank you very much, and we do have Greg Chambers. Greg, you remember June from Wyoming, one of your biggest fans. Greg, say hello to June.
It's great to hear her voice, and good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, I'm on my way to Montana, so I'm not going to stay on here, and I'm in and out of service, but I just wanted to give you an update on my progress. I feel like I'm just plugging right along.
And you are. Thank you very much, June. Drive safely on our way to Montana. If you happen to watch out for the mountain man. He's up there in Montana. Good morning, 5339. You're next up.
Hey, Joe. You got Charles from PA. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Charles. I'm great. Charles, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. I'm home today. I'm not on the road this time, but just been listening to the call. Just great call, buddy. Just great call. Getting a lot of work done, by the way, just listening to the call. Sending out the broadcast emails, doing my Facebook stuff, just getting it done, man. Everything just coming together. The website is, incredible, Greg. Oh, my God. The leads are coming in, got over 700 leads. I'm getting sales. I'm just super excited, man. I just want to pop out just to say, hey, man, you guys are great.
Thank you very much, Charles. You are great, man. Glad to hear you're off the road today. Charles calling in from his home in the Pocono Mountains. Thank you very much, Charles. Want to thank everybody who took the time. Charles, you're the last guy in the queue. Thank you for hanging around all morning. Want to thank everybody who took the time today, Charles, and we had Fearless Frank and June and Holly, Kenneth, Natalie, Michael, Jennifer. The list goes on. Kenneth, Beverly, Alexis, thank you very much. Brand new to our community. Irene in Southern California, your traffic is running. The Mountain Man, Earl checking in. We had Dennis and Bert, bright and early. Jason in New York, a brand new member of our community, and the list goes on. Carlos in New York, Gilbert James. Love those pipes on Gilbert James. Steve Shue and Jane and Kathy. Everybody, so many of you. Celeste, of course. want to thank Barry and Kara. And just in from Adam. Adam is reporting that, yes, those emails that you're looking for in the file for Vincent Ortega Jr. have yet to be added. The reason they're not there is because they have yet to be added, but they'll be added some point today. Again, I want to thank you guys for being here. Do the thing, okay? Watch us on Facebook. We'll be posting more stuff. Make sure you went through the whole daily marketing plan today and do the thing. Post the emails, post the Facebooks, do the invites. If you've yet to upgrade to premium, what you waiting for, man? What you waiting for? And make sure you give yourself points for every single thing that you do. Make sure you give yourself 3 points for listening to today's radio show. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at RadioLeverage.com. Until then, peace out. Make it a great day. And remember, no ketchup on hot dogs. Not if you're from the Chi.